The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed. Here, only the names have been changed. The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed. Here, only the names have been changed.
How's everybody doing? This is Luke the Duke, and we are once again coming at you with a very impressive ship that is available on the workshop. So this ship is called the Juewing-01-NE Battleship and is brought to you by a mod creator by the name of Yinky. So as you guys can see, this is a very impressive Titan class battleship. So I couldn't put this in any other class besides a Titan or some type of massive battleship, battle cruiser type design. This ship is extremely long. As you can see, it is about 670 meters long, so as you can imagine, it's about half a mile in length and is, pretty much the size of a small city. It's fully capable of housing dozens of people, has about, like 40 crowd chambers, several different rooms to accommodate each of your different crewmen. Has about 9 missile turrets, about 8 Gatling turrets, so it is fully equipped to defend itself and bring into somewhat of an offensive role. It's not just a defensive capable ship, it's also capable of laying waste to an enemy base or an enemy structure of some kind. So very, very impressive ship, weighing in at about 40,000 tons. So as you can imagine, this is a very large ship with a very impressive and a unique and a very imaginative design. So it's symmetrical, but at the same time it sort of has sort of an abstract look to it, and it really comes together really nice. Very interesting color scheme, and just a very alien, sort of a foreign looking design. Not really a Earth type design in my opinion, more of sort of some outer space, some type of sci-fi design. So definitely very, very impressive, my friends. So yeah, such a sexy looking ship. As you can see, it has a very, very long undercarriage capable of housing many smaller ships. It also has very compact thruster design, so all of these thrusters are somewhat embedded into the ship's design, so it's sort of, it's sort of for some extra protection, as well as sort of making the ship look even cooler. So yeah, God, just the whole scheme of this thing, how it's very, very rigid and very angled design, makes it look very foreign, very alien looking. So we enter down here into somewhat of the hangar area where a majority of your work might go. Oh, there I am. A majority of your work might go down. As you can see, it has a very cool design to the point where you can be doing a lot of work under here in the hangar area, and you can look up and see sort of the enclosed glass areas, which is, somewhat of the inside, the structure of your ship. So it really gives you an idea of the scale of this place when you can sort of look down onto, some of your crewmen working on in the hangar room while you're inside the rest of the ship. Really gives you an idea of how big this ship is. So as you can see, we have a couple hangars to make use of all the different connector ports here on the floor. Very, very impressive amount of room down here. So a lot of these ships, it might have a really, really integrated and really advanced structures and compartments of rooms in here, but This place actually has a lot of room for you to work and for you to further expand on some small ships down here. So we're going to open up a couple of these hangars. As you can see, this place is fully pressurized. We have air flying out of the hangar doors here. Just an incredible amount of room. As you can imagine, you could fit some pretty big ships down here. So I'm assuming like at least 4 or 5 blocks high and at least 4 blocks wide as well. So we come here into the first room. So as you guys can imagine, this is fully vanilla. So you're going to have to take some liberties to, you know, if you're going to have 15 different rooms. They're all going to start to look generally the same if you don't have any mods. So definitely impressive to see the different liberties you have to take to sort of make things look a little unique. So as you can see in here, every room is fully pressurized, and we have a fully conveyed reactor room with really nice green lighting system down here to give yourself sort of the extra lore, the extra role-playing scenarios of maybe a radiation, radiation leaks. You don't want to be in the reactor room. As you can see right here, we have the medical room equipped with several different medical stations, so all of your crewmen can be spawning in here in case they were to meet with an untimely accident of some kind. You can also see a configurable LCD panel set up to give yourself an idea of your different components and your different stats that you might want to be keeping an eye on. So as you can see right here, we have a staircase leading up into a different layer of the ship. So this thing has it's about 4 or 5 stories tall and several different rooms. So this is one of the main cockpits that you can access a lot of your stuff through. And it's really nice to see cockpits like this because sometimes when you don't want to use your HUD, it's sort of a little bit more lore friendly, a little bit better for role playing to be able to use the configurable LCD panels rather than using your sort of obtrusive HUD. As you can see right here, we have the cryogenic chamber room, and as I said before, this place is fully equipped to hold several different crew members, so at least 20 different crew members, has several different rooms, so it definitely has enough rooms to fully accommodate many crew members. As you can see down here, some more cryogenic chambers, and as well as all of these things being fully conveyed. So it's impressive to build ships of this scale, but when you take things to the next level and you make everything fully conveyed, that is the true testament of a fully dedicated space engineer. So we have several different rooms to check out. Some of them may end up looking a little similar, so we're going to be checking out the ones that sort of stick out to me and sort of have the most relevance. So we're going to be entering into this room right here, which would be one of my favorite ones, which would be sort of the walk-through reactor room. So we saw the reactor from the lower level, but this one we can walk straight through the reactors and really get a feel of the scale of these large-ass son bitches. So yes, a very green lit-up room. Very simple choice to make a room a little bit more popping, a little bit more detailed. So yes, a very green room makes me feel very Irish and very radiated as well. Sort of a Fallout feel. So we can go up to a secondary level up here, and I believe, we have a bunch of gyroscopes. Oh my gosh. So a very enclosed gyroscope room. This might be where if some of your crew members were sort of slacking off or they got into some type of trouble, you might send them to the gyroscope room just to chillax for a little bit, maybe regain their composure. So yes, the gyroscope room. Very impressive. I always like to see rooms that are sort of dedicated to the different components that are very necessary to a ship. So as you can see, we are in the radiation. They created another room so you can come out here and repair the reactors if they were to take some damage. So that's what I like about having dedicated rooms like this. So if there were to be some damage, you wouldn't have your reactors and your gyroscopes just compacted between several layers of armor. So you'd actually have to go through and delete the armor to get to whichever component you were trying to repair. As you can see, we have some interior turrets up there, and all of our lights are turning on, so there's definitely some timer blocks and some programmable blocks and some different things coming into account. So we lead into one of the final rooms, which would be one of the main cockpits. There are several different cockpit rooms, so you have plenty to choose from. So one person could be manning maybe a couple of the mini turrets that are on this thing, so you can have, at least like 8 or 9 people manning turrets while you yourself actually piloted the craft. So this thing is very large. I may have missed several different rooms. It probably has like 24 rooms. Some of them do end up looking a little similar, so Gosh darn it, you guys, this thing is so freaking impressive. And the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this thing is it capable of taking on the helicarrier? So as you guys know, the helicarrier is just paramount to, if a ship is considered a battleship, the one test that it has is, can it take on the helicarrier? And this one, I'm thinking it might be able to. It's such a large scale, and it has so many compacted different layers of armor and different rooms too. It's going to take a lot for this thing to be taken out of a fight. So that's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to be fighting the helicarrier for the end of this episode. I'd like to thank the creator Zinky for just making such a dedicated, such a sci-fi and interesting and unique looking ship. Truly one of the more sci-fi and alien looking ships that I've seen on the workshop that is still functional and capable enough to be considered to be taking on the helicarrier, which you guys know is pretty much just the king of all battleships at the moment. So you guys, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be fighting the helicarrier. I'd like to apologize in advance for the FPS. I haven't even filmed or shot the segment yet of the helicarrier facing off against this ship, but I'm going to assume there's going to be some pretty bad FPS because these are two Titan class ships, and space engineers can't really handle it yet at the moment. So you guys, I will see you in 1 second. I'd like to thank you for checking out this ship. If you enjoyed this video, be sure and support the mod author in the description below. You know, building a ship like this, you guys, you don't really get much out of it besides the encouragement from, you know, the space engineers community. So if you enjoyed ships like this and you'd like to continue to see ships like this, the only thing I ask from you is to go to the Steam page that this ship is on and leave them some support. I mean, regardless if your ship can handle this, regardless if you have space engineers, leave a comment and just tell him that he did a good job, and leave him a favorite and a like and stuff, so he can be further encouraged to continue to build ships of this magnitude, of this scale. So you guys, I will see you in 1 second. And once again, this is Luke the Duke, and good night and good luck.